everybody, welcome back to my channel. Amy here with Organized Hobbit. Today's video is a really exciting one because I'm going to show you my full flip through of 2018's bullet journal, as well as a look-see at my social media journal that I'm in the midst of putting together. So I'll put this one to the side for now. If you've seen my previous video, then you know that for 2018 I decided to go ahead and use a Scribbles That Matter journal. I was kind of on the fence. I love Leuchtturm. I decided to treat myself to a couple of these to try them out. It just came to the fact that I didn't need to have 249 pages, and the thicker paper will be more beneficial for trying different things this year, because bullet journaling is something not brand new to me, but something that I've only been doing for about 6 months, so really wanted to experiment this year, see what I like, see what I don't like, and having thicker paper to handle more media will definitely be beneficial. The pen of choice will be the Tombow Mono drawing pen. Reason being is that these pens are supposed to be better nib-wise. They're supposed to have a very strong nib, which is necessary for me where I'm a heavy-handed writer. So we're going to try this out. It's very different in terms of how I find it feels writing. It's a lot lighter than the Faber-Castell pen, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So we will try it out. So just open it. It's got my personal information, which I have hidden under an extra post-it that I was using for testing. My key. I'm just going to move this over a little bit. And then we have my entry page, which I told you last time I completely screwed up on. And it's ripped, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, no, like I said in the other video, I'm really glad that it's not perfect and that I screwed up so many times, because that just sets the pretense that it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm going to make mistakes, let's face it. First thing in here is my collections. I kind of broke it up to do... First section of the notebook is all collections. The second set is my physical calendar and some beginning sheets, which is what I'm going to actually show you guys. The rest is just long-term collections, or collections for swatches and stuff like that, just because I didn't want to have it in the mix of all the rest of the pages. It didn't work for me last year, so I wanted to try this year, see how that kind of works. Well, we will find out. So the first spread in here is my Leuchtturm 1917 colors for the bullet journal, which is the dotted journal and the sketchbooks. I get the irony of having this in the Scribbles That Matter, but I really just kind of wanted to keep it in here regardless, because I am trying to get all the colors. They have been on sale recently, so I have been thankfully been able to treat myself to some of them, because I have money in what I call my Amy budget. So this is me checking it off, and then I have a few of them, and I don't know how well you guys can see that, but they're X'd, but that means it's just that I own more than one of them. And reason being is some of my favorite colors, like the lime journal, I bought 2 extras of it because it's going to be a discontinued color, so I didn't want to lose the chance of having those notebooks, and they were 40% off, so I was like, treat yourself. The next spread is my Tombow markers. If you guys aren't sure what Tombows are, they are these watercolor based markers, and they come with a bullet tip as well as a really nice flexible brush tip. It's very nice to work with. I have 6 of the palette colors. I chose to get these specifically because these are the ones I think that I'll use the most. I may get the other ones over time, which is why I left the page blank, just because I know we'll be going to a Michael's sometime in February. So having this available if they're on sale, I can just swatch them in and bring them to my collection. Going on with my swatches, I have my mild liner swatch, and those are highlighters. There's a sort of highlighting, typical highlighter end, as well as a pointed end to give you a finer line, which you guys can see here. I really like these. They become fast favorites of mine. I've been using them quite a bit when sending out my journal. I have my Stabilo fine liners swatch, that way I know when I'm doing some of my tracking that I've used these for, what specifically color I need to grab, because there is quite a few of them. And then this is probably my favorite spread of them all. This is my 52-week saving super goal, as well as my general saving goals. Decided to break it up just because I wanted to start the year off fresh. Yes, I have money in these specific accounts, but I want to start the year off at 0 and build it back up, because I'm finding I'm getting the mentality I have X amount of dollars in that account. Oh, well, I can skip saving that for a week and buy something. No. I need to keep saving, because if I save it and I need it, then I have it. If I don't save it and I spend it, well, sorry, but a new bullet journal is not going to replace the dishwasher or something. along those lines. I'm really trying to be very cognitive of spending my money, and even though the money might be there, to continue saving it, because I could always move that money somewhere else where I don't necessarily see it every day, because I'm one of those people that checks their bank account like every day. But anyway, so that is what this is. So my main saving goal is for a laptop, and that's what the 52-week savings goal is being geared toward this year. And I have that all broken down. So this is kind of like a double goal. The 52-week savings is something that adds up to $1,350 by the end of the year. I doubled it to try to save $2,700. So that goes 2, 4, 6, 8 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 52 weeks. My other savings are broken down by $100 per square. So emergency savings is 28, Christmas savings is 21, my extra savings, which is kind of like my savings, so for like new markers or a new watercolor set, like my Amy savings, that's $1,500. But that one's kind of like a, if I have the extra money, like it's not a, there's no money automatically going over to that account. I do also obviously have retirement savings and stuff, but those are tracked differently because I have pre-authorized contributions going to those accounts, because they're in investments and whatnot, so that is a little bit different. The next spread is my to be read and my finished books. I decided to keep track of it again this year. I've done it in the past and it's not really been successful, just because I switched notebooks so much, but because I've been able to stick with the bullet journal for 6 months, I think that I'll be able to stick with it for the rest of the year, or a whole year actually, because the rest of the year is what, 2 more days? So I want to get to this. I want to be able to do this and get them tracked. This is kind of going to be like a little bit of a brain dump for books and stuff. Have a blank page here. Not sure what I'm going to put on here yet. But I have my Tombow twin tone markers, which are these here. These are something new by Tombow. They have a bold point tip. It's not a brush, it's just bold. As you can see right there. And it has a very, very fine point tip. It's very weird. It's almost encased in this plastic. It's very strange, but very nice. So they released 2 colors, the brights and the pastel, and I have both. Again, another blank page. I'll probably use these ones for more swatching just because they're right there. But I wanted to swatch this one just on a little bit of a different page, because this will be a comparison between 2 different kinds of markers. So I'd rather have them beside each other so I can compare them. But these are the 2 good twin tips, and I have the set of 36, which I will show you guys more of later on. But they're very similar to how the Tombows work with the bold and the brush. So that is it for my collection so far. And then we skip to page 64, no, 66. And this has my calendar. So this is all my weeklies and everything will be in here. And my mantra for the year is let 2018 be the best year of your life. Hashtag the adventure begins. Because I think it's important to put into perspective that years past, especially the last couple of years with losing my dad, last year or 2016 with the fire, all this kind of stuff, it's just been very hard couple of years dealing with everything, and I want to let this year be a good year. I don't want to continue to let myself focus on the negativity. I want to embrace new chances, I guess, and be very vocal about that. So, and then I have open it up, and I have 2 spreads in here. This is my New Year's resolutions and hopes. Yes, it's New Year's. However, I'm only doing this a month at a time because I don't want to set them all up now, because life changes, and come February, my goals might change, my hopes might change, because my life might change. So January, this is how I've set it out. I'm going to revisit this at the end of January, so that way I can keep it in my mind fresh what the goals were. If I made them, if I need to change them, then I can continue on until the next month and adjust, you know, and I can give myself credit. Okay, I completed that goal. That's great. Or I'm halfway there. Give myself some of that recognition, as well as my 2018 overall goals. So my top 3 goals is what I'm focusing on, and then I'm going to try to keep track of them best I can just in this little tracker, as well as my bonus goal of getting my learner's license. So I'm very excited about that. This is another one of those spreads that I completely screwed up on, so it's not pretty. And then I have my mood track. I decided not to make it a tracker per se, because I'm not tracking my overall moods. This is trying to get my mood on track, trying to understand why I'm feeling certain things at certain times, how often I'm feeling these things, so more negative emotions that I'm trying to keep track of. So, you know, I have happiness and average in there, but the rest of these emotions are stronger negative emotions such as anger, sickness, you know, depression, anxiety, my general sadness. I want to focus on those because I want to see if there's a pattern to when I'm feeling this way. So that way, you know, if necessary, if there's something that I can do to kind of adjust it, I can, because I can see what's affecting it. And then I left myself some room for notes, just so if I notice patterns and stuff, I can add some information there. This was another page that got screwed up, so I just kind of blocked this header out, made it a me, myself, and I page, just listed a couple things about myself that are going on right now, decided to put another space down at the bottom so that way I could go back to it at the end of the year and kind of see if what's changed, you know, my hair color, my weight, you know, how I've been feeling, my Instagram followers and stuff. Some of it's not filled out yet just because I want to wait until we're exactly on the first day of the year, so I'm holding off on that until we do get a little bit closer. I've also added in a quote. Anyone can give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, but to hold it together when everyone would expect you to fall apart, that's true strength. And I think that's just, it's, for me, it's a very resonating quote, and I think it's a very nice quote, so I decided to throw that in here. I have my future log, which has birthdays and stuff. It's one of my personal goals to get everybody's birthdays put in here at some point, so that way I can keep track of them, because I'm terrible at keeping birthdays tracked. So that is my personal goal, to get everybody in here. So if you're watching the video and you're in my life, let me know your birthday so I can put it down. Something else that I've kind of done is my level 10 life. I've never done this before. I was watching Boho Berry and decided to throw it in here just so I can kind of get a bigger picture of goals I have for myself personally, as well as where I think I am. I tried to be as critical as possible when it came to doing this, if only because I want to see an improvement. I want to force myself to improve in these things, and if I put myself higher than what I actually think I am, then I'm not going to put any effort into it. But I see, like, you know, in health, okay, well, that's not very good. That's not where I want to be in terms of my health. I definitely want to be higher up, so I'm going to focus on that. And then these are the things within that topic that I am going to focus on the most. And that's it kind of for my starting collections. I threw a page in here. I was going to do like a 2 spread, but I just decided to stick to the 1 page. And then I'm going to throw something on here. I'm not 100% sure what exactly. So if you have an idea of what I could throw here, let me know. So this is January is here, and I'm kind of sticking with a very similar simplistic theme, as you can see. So January, and then it's just my first weekly page. This is a different spread than I've ever done before. So I have my week 1, January 1st to 7th, 2018, 365 chances, make them count, my days, and then I have some notes, things to remember, and then habits that I want to track. I've never done this spread before, so I'm excited to see if I like it or not, but that's it for this one. So that's kind of how I've set up this journal. And like I said, I've also set up, and I'm just going to put this over here, my social media journal. Ooh, knocking the camera over. This one is in a Leuchtturm notebook. I decided to go to the Leuchtturm just because I still love them. I'm still using them. No reason not to do it. I moved my Faber-Castell pen into this one just because my social media notebook's probably not going to get as much use as my daily my daily journal, so I don't have to worry about the nib running down as quick. So this is where it first sets up. And I haven't fully set it up, so there is going to be more in the pages, but it's a social media thing, which I thought was cute. And then I did the lime sort of headers just because it does match the lime color of the notebook. And then I think I'm just going to do some additions and stuff to draw in here. I just started drawing a flower, if you can see it. I haven't fully decided though. So then we go to social media goals and dreams, Instagram tracker, YouTube tracker, and I left pages and stuff so that way I could throw things on here as I want. My YouTube tracker, a future log, and then I also separated it just like I did the other ones. This is going to be, oh, I'm going too far. Here we go. So this is all going to be like useful information, tracking, stuff like that. This is going to be my physical planning. So create the plan, execute the plan, video, posts, blog, planning. So this is going to be all my notes on videos, on Instagram posts, blog posts and stuff, because I'm planning to open up a blog this year. So that's kind of how this has been set up so far. It's not set in stone because obviously it's brand new. But anyway, that is basically how those have been set up. Please, as always, like and subscribe. It does help my channel. Thank you as always for watching, and I really hope to be in touch soon with a new video. I really like doing it in 2017, and I can't wait to see what 2018 brings for us. Bye, guys!